dog. YouTube! What's up? Hey, how you doing today, YouTube? Welcome to the stream. Hang on. What's the king doing? Oh, I am the king.
YouTube,
That's
join
right.
us in the Great Rebellion.
Rebellion?
And toss this false king in the river.
We haven't even
Name
started.
your favorite river in the comments,
Oh,
or the
that's a good point.
algorithm monster will send you to the false king's dungeon. Down with the king and down with pants.
Name your favorite river in the comments is pretty funny. I know you all have a favorite river. Hit us with it. Anyway, YouTube. Today we're doing some more King of the Castle. I haven't played King of the Castle for you guys. It has been, gosh, I think probably like 6 to 8 months without it. I haven't played it for like, but it's been like 8 months probably for you guys. I haven't played it for 6 months with chat because the last time I did it was with them on New Year's, right? So yeah, it is Sub Sunday for us over here on Twitch. But yeah, we're gonna be playing some King of the Castle. If you don't know what King of the Castle is, it's kind of a choose your adventure game, except chat's the one choosing their own adventure and all that. I'm dressed very regularly and nothing's out of the ordinary. But yeah, that's kind of it. Generally for these, I do like jumping jacks and stuff. I'm just letting them bank jumping jacks today for the next time I play. But that's that, right? I did have all like the Burger King alerts on because I thought that was funny, because King. But yeah, I hope you're excited for some more King of the Castle. YouTube, we haven't done this for a bit, so it's always a fun time. It's like a story made with chat, so that's that. Anyway, YouTube, hope you're excited for some more King. All right. I'm gonna pause you, and I guess we'll get on in. But do I really need to? No, I probably should. I'm gonna pause you. 1 sec. Love you, YouTube. If you've been enjoying the content, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Come check out Twitch. Say hi. You could be part and play with us too, right? Today specifically if you're a sub, but like even if you're not, we do other stuff with chat all the time. Anyway, ring the bell. Love you guys. See you in a sec. Hop! YouTube, welcome back. I brought you back in. I let chat vote on who we would be for this. And they said that the Chiefs and the Barons suck. They unanimously, for the most part, voted the Counts. Then I think it was the Grandees and the Patricians and the Grandees, right? I then said, well, the Counts have been in more of these than like any of them. So I think the Counts will be gone next time we play this. But that's for the future, right? That's for the future. Right. Anyway, let's get going. Let's begin. So chat, to join, you need to hit ! join. Type that in chat, and you can type your pronouns and all that as well if you would like. It should all be up there on the screen. Hopefully it's fairly readable for you. The way this game works is you are in one of these 3 factions. You are trying to have your faction win, while I'm also trying to win. I, as the king, am trying to do stuff to counter you guys and stop you guys from beating me, right? But you had to be kind of, it's like a tough thing. We have to work together, but not completely, right? You're trying to beat me primarily, but you're also trying to beat your fellow chatters, depending on what faction you're part of. And that's that. That's kind of it. You do so by like voting on different things. Like we basically call all this stuff to a vote for and have different actions go through. It's really kind of a choose your own adventure game. Except you guys are like actively writing the like adventure, right? Like in the middle of it. So definitely understand if it sounds confusing at first. Trust me, it's once we get in, it's pretty simple to understand. You know, it's pretty easy to get like once you get in there. Amber, you don't know if it worked? Where are you supposed to be? Who are you? Where are you at, Amber? I apparently can scroll through these. There are a lot of people who own the game playing as the Counts. I guess you guys do like legit like the vampires, dude. Chat, use your chat badge to change the color to match your faction. That is a thing you can do. You can do that. But it's okay, Jacob. I will do my best to remember that, but I am not making promises. Your bits badge is already great. That's fair. All right. We got about 50 on each team. I think we can probably go. If that's cool. This is always one where, like, I think we generally average around 50. Even we had, like, a couple thousand people watching one time, it was like we still average around, like, 50 people playing. Totally understand if you guys want to chill, right? Right? But this is also mostly for subs today. Oh, my God. This crown hurts my head. Heavy is the crown that squeezes my brain. All right, let's go and go. You guys can, by the way, join at any time. There is no, like, point where you can't join in. So, but yeah. We'll do, like, one round of this. If that goes, like, really short, maybe we'll play something else. And then we'll see if we got a level 6. You know, we'll go from there. Anywho, it's not a Burger King crowd. No, it came with the outfit, if you can believe it. I imagine the day will be a pretty, like, chill day. Fenrir, you rule! Thank you for the 5 gift subs. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you so much, Fenrir. Thank you. Gifting out some subs, making sure more people can play. Hell yeah. All right. So I guess we should probably... I don't want to do the coronation. Path to victory. Let's do this first, right? Your Majesty. That's me. Oh, when you die, how do you want the kingdom, or I think the kingdom will remember you? Oh, right. I guess I should look at all your stats. Oh, this sucks. I mean, honestly, your farming isn't terrible. Your trade is, like, okay as well. Faith is pretty, like, meh, other than the Grandies. And, like, military is... Honestly, all of you having pretty low military, it helps me a lot. Because now I can be really shitty to you, and you can't do anything about it. Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna go with... I think I've won with trade and farming before. Authority seems like it's impossible. Or no, I tried to win with trade, but you guys had me invest in crab coin or something like that, and that really fucked us up. Let's go with trade because that would hurt you guys the most to lose. Like, it would hurt you as well, so. A lofty goal indeed. I suggest over the next few years, you focus on improving the kingdom's overall trade as much as possible. That's... okay. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambitions are progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Fenrir, thanks for those bits. More assistance enjoyed a revolution. That's not gonna happen. You'll be okay. Miss Junebug, thanks for the 19 months. Thank you so much. Fenrir, thank you again for the 5. Thank you. Thank you. All right. You got alert, Ken? This is a game you have to actively play. What the fuck? That's it. No, your king. Your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Your nobles all hail from all across the kingdom. The desolate east, the wealthy coast, and of course, the scorching south. All right, let's introduce myself to the Counts of the East. This motherfucker turned me into a pig one time and then, like, got eaten promptly. He got killed. That's the only solace, is that he died. But... and then I didn't even get to use my Ganondorf powers. That was the whole fucking thing. An honor to make your acquaintance, Your Grace. I'm stupid. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. I'm stupid. Okay, yeah, let's... yeah, right, hi game. Good to see you. Hope you're doing great. Totally different game. All right. We met game Le Patrician Chaotic Daydream. A pleasure, your esteemed highness. I hope you to see your kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. See, that was already nicer than game. Right away. Didn't say they were stupid or anything. Yeah, I hope so too. Thank you so much. May the ninth gods bless your reign, your highness. I trust you will conduct yourself in honor and faith. Grandy, okay. IGGS 25. And with that, the introductions are done. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other and demand your favor. You sigh and sit back. This is what council meetings are like. No wonder my father told me to avoid the throne at all costs, and then he died. Well, okay, now I have to get coronated. This is how you guys are going to learn some shit. Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Should I be giving orders by now? Your Majesty, yeah, of course, but to delay any longer would make the nobles restless. And when the nobles are restless, they may take out their daggers and look for the nearest back. They wouldn't dare! Right. You should pay more attention to your history books. Your Majesty, the nobles are always plotting something. As a tradition, the council will decide what happens on your coronation. Let's get this over with. Okay, let's just go ahead and do this. Right. So, this is how the voting works. If you've never done this before, I know that like YouTube is sitting here like this is part like 10. I could have watched like 10 other parts of this. You guys get to vote on what you want, and I get to have like laws that I can pass, such as like vetoing throwing the king in the river. Like I can veto that, right? Right, I can stop that from happening. But, you know, like, I'm not going to. Don't you dare. I told you guys how I could definitely stop it. Like, YouTube, I told them earlier today, I was like, if they vote to throw me into the river, I would just start deleting, like, VODs from YouTube. And I would just, like, never play the games that they ever wanted to play. I'd be like, yeah, you know what, that's fine. Like, I could tank the channel because they threw me in the river. And then literally, whenever I'm, like, just, like, destitute and all that, I could literally point to people and be like, it's their fault. It's their fault because they did this. They voted for all this. It would be a case in point of like, people destroying the content they love. It's the nobles' fault. No, I'm not gonna do that though. I wouldn't do that. I never do anything here. I just let you guys vote, and you know, I assume you guys are gonna probably vote to throw me in the river. But if you don't, you're a good person. If you don't, you're a good person. You've got like very good values, good moral standing. You like, people respect you if you don't vote to throw me in the river. That's a big one that I've always heard. It's massive respect, big gains. But people that do throw other people in the rivers and vote for it, they're actually some of the worst people that like I've ever heard of. You know, like they're right. They're scum. Scum is what I've seen. Let's start listing out some of the scum. Let's see. Ooh, Lego Napster, that's some scum. Dark Rod Chat, scum. Down Nuggy, Best Nuggy. I mean, scum is Best Nuggy, is what I'm saying. It seems like there's scum there. Let's Cryptid Judas. That's unfortunate to see, Cryptid Judas. I liked you a lot, but it's scum. VV Darkness. That's not looking great. Oh, let's get some of the other ones. Let's make sure we don't. Oh, Fenrir. What the fuck? What's going on here? This is actually pretty funny. You guys got nice. I'll let it go. Here. Yeah, Judas, how could you? Hey, I got thrown in the river, weirdly enough. It's almost like the same exact intro to every single King of the Castle that we've ever done. Every single one. Chat doesn't even want to know what the other parts are. Like, they're like, nah, we don't need to know. It is decided the king shall be thrown in the river. Let me change out my nice robes. Nobles pick you up and carry you to the Treadwater River, hurling you into the shallow water with a cheer.
Hey,
You guys better fucking cheer.
Into the river with you.
Well, but you know, that's only gonna really work as a cheer for you, dude. Everyone else, it's not gonna work unless they've been sub for 3 years. Digit, thank you for the 3 years. Thank you. When you climb back up the banks, soaking wet, the Chancellor steps forward and places a crown on your head. Is your imagination or some of the nobles stifling giggles? If you guys are fucking giggling, we're gonna go very scorched earth in this kingdom, I think. I think this kingdom might be the one where I just go straight up like, you know what? Die. All right. End season. Polite clapping. All right, now it's time for the counts and everybody to make their ambitions. You guys have to now pick what you want to do to try and win. Right? Sylvia of the Hollis 89 dynasty, powerful Eastern orator, leans delicately on a podium, sighing. My fellow counts, in ancient times, the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false King Matt wears the crown. All right, counts. It's time. Pick what you want here. What your goal is. This is the first thing you're going to be trying to do. Your goal here, like if you do A, will be trying to raise authority, which is this thing that you guys just lowered. Ascension will be lower your own faith, which is to make you less religious, I guess. And possession to lower own defiance. So you would be trying to be less defiant of me. So that's that. That's that. This is only for counts. So anyone else voting, it won't count it. But if you're a count, vote for this. This like helps you try and pick what your whole thing is. If it's just too easy for me to raise, what do you mean? I can also kind of raise all the other ones too, you know? Yeah, it won't count it. True. Like I said, by the way, chat, I will still be banking the jumping jacks if you guys like do the 10 bombs or more, but no worries if not. I figured today will be very chill. That's just generally how it goes, you know? All right. I'm going to go ahead and close the voting. I think you guys got it anyway. I'm going to close it in like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, you're good. You're good. All right. All right, so you guys are going to lower your own faith? All right, well, J-Man's not going to like that one, but okay. Okay. Would you prefer something other than jumping jack? Nah, not right now. I'm asking. I think that's probably like what would even be able to equate, right? Heathens, all of us. The Count's plan to induct the king into a secret cult and offer him immortality in exchange for the throne. First, they will reduce the power of the Eastern Church. Wait, so you guys are gonna make me immortal? Shouldn't I go with that? What? Yeah, you know what? I'm okay with that one. Why would I even care? To advance their scheme, the council must lower their faith to 4 or less in 3 seasons. It's already at 4. Gonna raise their faith. All right, the Patricians. Nix of the Torch King Trainer family, notorious coastal entrepreneur, scribbles on what with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk, explaining the measured prose. I don't even. Do I have a? Oh, I do. I do still have my giant well-used quill. Okay, hang on. Fellow fucking patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of King Matt. Something must be. Made a mistake. Hang on. Done. Period. Sincerely yours, Nyx. Hugs and kisses. XOXO. Okay, there we go. Your family has the greatest claim. They do. All right. Patricians, go ahead and vote. Go ahead and vote. It's a pencil-shaped pen. I did say it was a quill, right? Doppelganger, you gotta lower your own defiance. Conspiracy, lower the treasury. Or corruption, lower authority. I mean, you guys already did lower authority a little bit. Now, you would all have to admit that you're corrupt. Every single person that's a patrician has to admit they're corrupt for that one. That is how it works. So, just keep that in mind. Doppelganger is pretty funny. I think you guys have won with Doppelganger before, right? The patricians are pretty corrupt. In general, yeah. I do have more control over defiance than most things. However, generally the lower is pretty easy to lower that much, right? All right. I'm going to call it. This actually is pretty close. I'm going to call this vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys got it? Okay. Okay. All right. Voting is close. You're going to lower authority. Let's see. The patricians plan to turn the throne into a commodity that can be bought and sold at will. First, they must ensure that the rule of law is crumbling. To advance their schemes, is lower authority to 4 or less in 3 seasons. So you guys currently already have, like, everything set. You're all just made in the shade easy, right? Balthazar of the Peppernicki lineage. Well-known southern prodigy stands bathed in sunshine, speaking softly. False pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor. We must not allow this to go unanswered. Is that soft enough? Balthazar really seems like it would be, he'd be like a much more outspoken guy. Balthazar? No accent Bard. It said speaking softly. Anyway, you guys want to either do subterfuge, lower stability, intimidation, raise stability. So stability is heavily involved. Or uprising, raise treasury. You know? Today's Trojan. Yo, thanks for 47 months. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well. Chat, thank you all again for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you very, very much. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you all again for being here for Sub Sunday, too. Like, I always worry that these are going to be, because, like, only somebody, like, not everyone can really hang out for Sub Sunday, or participate, rather. No one wanted to lower stability? No one? Okay. All right. Money helps the false king anime chick, but see, the thing is, you kind of want to go for something that helps me, because then I would want to go for it, right? Right? Lower stability in this economy. I'm not even going to count down. You guys have locked in. You guys are on the most on the same page. Other groups, you'd be looking out for these guys. They got this. The grandees plan to hold the king hostage in his own palace. First, they must lull the spy master into a false sense of security. To advance their scheme, the grandees must raise stability to 5 or more in 4 seasons. This is actually tough. I'm gonna have to let one of you win. Let's see. Let's get some laws of the land here. I don't ever take this one because I want to have you guys have more time to vote. +1 stability if more than 50% of the nobles vote for the option. This actually could help a lot. Like, I already am pretty stable. Gotcha, Sess. Yeah, 2 of 3 are both really good. I think this is good because this can make the patricians vote for anything else right now. But I also am going to have to raise that up if they keep trying to push it down. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's go for that. Okay, and now I need to pick my honor guard. Let's see. What are you doing when you're sitting in bed, reading some paperwork, when a filth-encrusted peasant wanders into your bedchamber, as bold as brass? Hello, your Madge. Glad I finally found you. This bloody place is a maze. Mind if I take a seat? Who are you? Oh, me. Name's, Quacking Tony, your Madge. Pleased to meet you. You gonna quack, or just... Is that just kind of like a nickname, or... Oh, it's Quacking Tony because I fuck ducks. Listen, I've got a bloody great idea for you. Why don't we tie a bunch of birds to a knight? I reckon that could field some aerial troops and totally dominate the battlefield. What? Before Quacking Tony can explain further, your marshal burst into the bedchamber, sword drawn. Your Majesty, I'm sorry I didn't come sooner. I have no idea where the palace watch are. Do you want me to kill this intruder? Yeah, let's hold a vote on his fucking proposal. Just let's see. She goes and gathers up the council, who trickle into the hall in pajamas, rubbing sleep out of their eyes. They all look particularly pleased to be woken up. Okay, I don't even really care. Let's see. Let's see. Do I want to do... All these are going to lower authority. So the patricians are happy about this no matter what. Let's see. Who has to suffer doing this? Who has to suffer doing this? One of you has to suffer doing this. I've decided. One of you has to deal with this. D is your favorite, Hollis? Well, good luck. One of you will be in charge of making the night fly with birds. You all wanted a vote? You will do it. Figure out which of your fucking people are gonna do this. I'm pretty sure the patricians are of the coast. That one I know for sure. I don't remember is it the east that's the counts? Or is it the... Man, you guys are pretty logged in on making the patricians deal with this, huh? It's the grandees of the south, right? Yeah, exactly. Okay. Kind of works out, though, because, right, the patricians are going to want the authority to be lowered anyway, so now they have to deal with it. Yeah, that makes the most sense to me. Right, like, this helps the patricians, but it also, like, they have to deal with it. Right? Right? Alright. I don't think there's any reason for me to, like, extend it, so... Let's go. That was a good one. Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's good for them and bad for them, right? The coast has got it. Good luck. Under Quacking Tony's close supervision, a flock of ravens are tied to a coastal knight. Instead of flying, the knight is lost in a flurry of mad pecking and pooping. Quacking Tony insists you merely use the wrong type of bird. Further experiments are conducted with owls, eagles, geese, woodpeckers, ostriches, and little grebes before hundreds of coastal troops quit in disgust. Man, you guys have the lowest military I think I have ever seen. I like, we've played this several times now, chat. That is easily the worst military we have ever had. The only cool thing is the patricians will never be able to rebel. Needless to say, it's embarrassing failure. But hey, good news. You got that authority lowered. Whew. Your Majesty, if the peasants had been a maniac with a crossbow, I dread to think what could have happened. If one thing's clear in this mess, it's that you need an honor guard that can actually keep you safe. Not like the pathetic watch. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards and loyalties will be divided between you and your region. Of course, you could just hire mercenaries. They'll be loyal to coin above all. So, we don't need to even sort of hear about the patricians, just for the record. That they are not even gonna be considered here. Just for the, like, they essentially doomed themselves by saying we should do this. So we're not getting your the armor guard. I'm sorry. Counts are strong for now, right? Let's hear what the knights have. The Order of the Drowned Rose are highly respectable. They understand palace etiquette, but it's been years since they fought an actual battle. They mostly write poems these days. The Southern Battlenons. Terrifying words. They sort of vow of silence, so at least they won't spill state secrets. But their faith and loyalty is to the church above all, even your safety. The gladiators are not. We'll hear them out. A gang of lowborn crooks who turn themselves into celebrities through their skill at chopping other people to bits. They're vain and selfish. Their skills in battle are undeniable. But can you trust them? RVD, can you trust them? I made my decision.
Wake up.
Wake up with the king.
This is
Vampires,
why playing
dude.
chaos will get you nowhere, Pats.
The vampires, dude. I could lower my authority even more, but no, vampires. Yeah, I don't care. It's just vampires. Jacob Baker. Yeah, I think so is Bits. Thank you. Playing chaos will get you, like, nowhere, but at the same time, it's funnier. Knights arrive a few weeks later. They're extremely pale and extremely polite. The commander introduces herself with a florid bow before reading out a poem she's written on the occasion. You know, honestly, it's not bad. Give me some entertainment while we do it, right? Oh shit, chat. Pirates! Is it? It's just pirates? Oh! There's a lot of shit going on the coast. No patrician X-inspired the second. Wait! X-inspired, you died! Normally there's a little bit more. X-inspired just straight up died, dude. Sorry. Sorry. I don't know what to tell you. There was an off-screen death. Mix, what do you mean thank for this? I didn't do anything wrong. What? Murder, my parent, noble patrician X-inspired, has been murdered. And I know who done it. It was Grandy Abe's Jerry, by sea and storm. Don't let them deny it. Who the fuck are you? I won't deny that I killed the venerable but noble patrician X-Inspired, but it was no murder. X-Inspired agreed to an honorable duel, which I won with murder. By the ninth! It was no duel. It was a cold-blooded killing. The reason would be my parent possibly, or what reason my parent possibly had to duel you in the first place? Well, you see, I got a new blue eyes, and they wanted to try and get it from you. Instead, the reason for any duel is between the challenger and the challengee. A private matter, not fit for this council. Okay. We can hold a trial. This grandee is a danger to all. Imprison them. Okay, Spymaster should investigate Evans's claim. A duel is a duel. Let the accused go free. Honestly, this just kind of sucks. Like, they're just gonna be pissed no matter what. I really don't. I don't think I care either way. Like the thought that vote D, why vote D? Like, Defiance is going to go up or down no matter what. And, like, even if it just goes up, I don't think it really, really matters that much. Like, my authority is higher than every military, so I don't even know if it really matters. It should be okay. Here, I'm just going to let the vote go. You guys figure that out. If Defiance is too low, I'm going to take your money. What do you mean? There is literally no one who has Defiance in this situation. I actually think, like, all three of you guys are going to, like, all three factions are going to advance their stuff this time. I'm pretty certain. Right? Are you allowed to vote in your own faith? I think you are. Yeah, well, I mean, technically, you'd have a vote. Right? You would go with the executive decision. I mean, I could have gotten some authority, but at the same time, it wouldn't really matter. There is no way for me to know. Because, frankly, I assume what would happen is if I went with executive decision, that would have made this go to here, because the grandee, or the, what's it called? The patricians would have gone somewhere else after that, because they would lose their stability thing. Or authority thing. All right. I'm not even going to call it. You guys got that one. Halcyon. Thanks for 40 months. Thank you so much. Thank you, Halcyon. Thank you. The spy master should investigate to find evidence of his claim. I mean, that's fair. I agree. Right? Abe Jerry killed my parent and admitted it right in front of this council chamber. What more do you need? I'll make this as swift as possible, Your Majesty. The sooner we will get to the bottom of this, the better. Okay, thanks. I mean, that's the law. Well, Ames, you're not necessarily, like, in prison yet, you know? Ames, Jerry, if you think a kingdom in, like, at its heart isn't corrupt, I don't know where you've been living. You gotta find a different planet, dude. Pirates! Neuropunk nonsense. You must do something about the pirates. They've been, plaguing the coast. The trade routes. I lost a whole shipment of fine silks. Sorry, I couldn't decide if I wanted to go, like, deeper into, like, a pirate voice for this. Oh, Neuropunk nonsense lost, like, $300. My silks! And they killed my crew. Of course. Who won't be cheap to replace? Hoo-wee. Well, the coastal military will be just too gosh darn low. Just too gosh darn low. That's rough. Welp, Pay the pirates to leave your ships alone for a year, or nothing is to be done. You know? Honestly, both these suck for me. Both of these suck for me. But yeah, B loses me money. However, if I lose money, that's kind of whatever. I just tax you guys and don't care. If you lose trade, though, that might hurt my future thing here. So, the patricians are now going to be in an interesting situation. They can lower their own trade here, but they'll fail their objective because I now have increased my authority if they lower their trade. That's fine. All right, good luck. That'll keep me alive more in the future anyway. Their defiance is going to go up again too, but they can't rebel. They're too weak. Yeah, this is definitely split on party lines. Like, if there was a third option, it'd be a lot easier to try and, like, refute it. But you really can't. What do you mean I really hate the Pats? You guys are the ones who... First of all, you guys are the ones who said vote. You said vote for the bird thing, and I'm like, it's funnier to vote for the bird thing. Let's vote for the bird thing. Then you guys are the ones that put... I literally said, like, someone's dealing with it, and you guys put it on the Pats. Not me. Not me. I'm not the one who fucking sacrificed the patricians. But geez, dude. You need to... Before you start accusing people... You start looking at that mirror, and then you can start accusing some people, all right? All right, maybe go for that. Hey, every patrician except for one voted for the other one. Yeah. But it did at least increase my authority a little bit. Dude, they are super pissed, though. Oh, man. Unfortunately, that didn't help the trade enough. Oh, by the way, all the patricians lost money for that. It wasn't just Neuropug nonsense. The patricians scalped. We had their massive retreat, their opium didn't. Hey, you guys are opium, though. So good news there. Right? It says some did. Some is all, just so you know. You probably lose varying amounts. No wonder they have where they no doubt wonder why they have a king in the first place. Over the coming months, their trade routes are blighted by escalating pirate raids. Still, what are you expecting them to do? Pirates are naturally risky of seafaring, like sharks or scurvy. That's true. What do I do about that? You just gotta deal with it, you know. All right, season's over. Let's see. So, it's time for the auction, chat. Now, this is one I can't actually extend the time on, so you guys are going to have to be handling that alone. The patricians have the least auction buying power here because they just lost a bunch of money. Patricians, I was going to throw out here, I feel kind of bad for you. Like, I'm going to be taxing everyone equally. Except for you, who I'll be taking more money from. But the other two teams have very quickly teamed up against you. It seems pretty crazy here. Yeah, counts are probably wanting to lower their faith. However, their faith is already low enough. Really, what the counts and the grandees would probably want is to... The counts, like, really, everyone wants to do something to stop the other people. Like, right now, you're not even able to affect me, right? You're really just trying to, like, hurt the other people. Otherwise, they're going to win before you have an opportunity to. The raising authority would get the patricians out of that. Lowering the stability would... I think it would lower it enough. But it's hard to say. Yeah, like, the patricians basically are wanting what they have, but the... It's tough. It's tough for all that. All that being said, you guys have your personal wealth. To do this, you like exclamation point fund. X is the character code, like A, B, C, D, E, or F. And Y is the amount of money that you're pledging from your personal amount. So, anywho, I'm going to go ahead and start the auction. All right. So, get going. There you go. Good luck. Good luck. Again, I can't let this one go longer. This just literally goes until the timer runs out. So, get it all in when you want to do it. Get it all in when you want to do it. This goes for what has the most funding, too, by the way. Not like... Wow, you guys... Man, the patricians are getting helped by other people, I guess. Lowering the authority. That's interesting to do. Maybe all the patricians sunk all their money into it. If you lower the authority, the patricians will advance. Whereas, like... If you don't... Yeah, that's crazy to go that far in. If it's all patricians, too, that doesn't make sense either, because right now, they didn't even need it, you know? They only need it to be at 4. I don't understand this one, though. Pious Lambda, why'd you put all your money to help the patricians? That's what I was saying. I was like, I didn't understand how the patricians were able to go in on that. Because, like, they didn't have enough money. Like, this was definitely other people doing it. That's possible. They might have not known which part they're when they're part of. At the same time, they might just like the theater, and that's cool too. That's cool too. All right, the Pirate Queen. Oh, wait, I probably should find a spouse. This is more me. I don't think there's any voting involved with this, right? In the twisty passages of your castle, you can avoid your advisors, the nobles, even the spy master. But there's one person you can't avoid. Your mother! Ah! Okay. Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year. Has it? I think it's been like... It's like turn 3. Well, I don't... Okay. I've been busy. To be honest, you better find time. Don't worry, I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What's your preference, men, women? Or do you not mind? You know, it's Pride Month. Let's just throw any at me here. Excellent. I'll send you a messenger. Or it's not messengers. The most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. Happy Pride, dude. All right. The Spy Master's investigation. Let's see what's going on here, okay? Okay. Your Majesty, I returned from my investigation of noble patrician ex-inspired's death on the coast. Are these not both the same fucking thing? Why is there a chance? What's the chance? Like, that you didn't find anything, or what? What'd you find? Okay, I guess I failed it. I don't... Okay, that sucks. Not a lot, I'm afraid. Ex-inspired servants were too afraid to testify. And there are no physical evidence of any wrongdoing. It's clear that a duel did take place. The victim died by a rapier cut from Grandee Abe's J. But I can't prove anything beyond that. To confirm what I've said since the beginning, perhaps now you'll move past this issue and on to more important things. I mean, they are guilty of murder for sure. But, like, they did murder, but, like, is it, like, a justified murder? Right, like, that's the thing. It'd be really cool to have to hold a trial. It'd be really cool to have to hold a trial. Just to see, like, what else is happening here. Yeah, by combat. I mean, but the thing is, did you not report the duel? Do we not have a duel commission? Bro, Kaiba's on top of that shit. I'm pretty certain. I'm pretty certain of that. That being said, I can only imagine, like... Yeah, like, that's not gonna be good, like, no matter what. Counts vote C. Oh, you guys are trying to... You're trying to, like, bribe other people. I get it. I get it. Alright. I don't really think there's one I want to veto here. But... Actually, maybe there is. I might want to veto C. Well, no, I don't, because I kind of need stability to be a little bit lower. Yeah, I think I need stability to be a little bit lower. Because if that gets lowered, then the Grandees... Well, no, it's going to have to get lowered twice. And then the Patricians will think about trying to do a rebellion. But the thing is, they can't do a rebellion because their military is so piss poor. Yeah, C only hurts the Grandees. Like, really, the only people that could consider rebelling, I think, are the Counts. And the Counts are like... Yeah... Use it here, assuming you left alone for something more important. Hey, you know what? In that case, since so many of you guys want C, here you go. There we go. That's actually a pretty good trade-off, I think. All right. Good luck, chat. Good luck. All right. I'm going to go grab a drink, actually, while you guys vote. Does that sound good? Does that sound good? Here. I'll give you guys the mayor. YouTube, I'm gonna pause you while I go do that. Because I mean, I will just come back and it'll be done, right? One sec. Alright. Oh my god. YouTube, welcome back. I brought you back, but it kept getting rid of you. This is probably the final vote. Chat. They behaved. They could hype and go crazy right now, but they're very well behaved. All right. Let's see. The evidence is inconclusive. We will have to hold a trial. Because I wanted them to fucking hold a trial, and I made it where it would suck for the Patricians to vote for the other one. Got him. Yet more delay. Man, you guys are pissed. Bro, we're trying to get to the bottom of this shit, and I should have just said it was a duel. Fuck up. Sircor, are you fucking kidding me? Rebel?
Matt.
Rebel? Do you see your military? If you manage to get a rebel off, you don't get to play the rest of the game. Do you understand that? You're enraged, but you've got, like, a stick that is broken halfway through, and you're like, we'll kill him! Shit! Fedora, thanks for those bits. Dude, thank you. I'm glad you like my king outfit. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, here. Let's go. Yeah, they're like 10-year-olds holding a hissy fit right now. They don't have the power in this scenario, dude. Forget about it. No trial conducted by this council will ever be unbiased. I demand a trial by combat. As for the Grandee's Code of Ethics, the Ninth God will decide my fate. Gasps reverberate through the chamber. It looks as though the trial will be more spectacle than they imagined. See, this is what I was hoping, right? They're gonna die. X-inspired, you're gonna get killed twice. Well, let's see this. Your August Majesty, says Nix Knight Lee. Okay, our pirates are more aggressive than ever. They follow a pirate queen who calls herself Bloody Gull. She has established a stronghold on a tiny speck of land called Spiderheart Isle. That's classic villain shit. Classic villain shit. According to our spies, she is growing every day in power and wealth. What do we do? Only half our trade vessels reach their destinations. Well, are you trading with them? They're pirates, right? Shouldn't none of your trade vessels reach their destinations? Just saying. But yeah, okay, yeah, you figured that out. The military is too low. Oh my god. Whew. The patricians are really gonna have a problem. Yes, send the navy. Oh, right. Ooh. See what happens. I mean, honestly, I imagine this will get whoever we send killed. Right? Like, almost certainly. This will, like, help with their defiance. I imagine this will also just be, like, it's just like a roll. Right? I don't even know if I need to do anything here. I just let you guys figure it out. You do. I'm fine with whatever. Like, either it makes the patricians less defiant, or it, like, you know, is content. It's fine with whatever here. Man. A bounty would be interesting, but I also don't know. We're gonna lose a diplomat, by the way. Ooh, pirate wife would be cool. I don't know if I can have pirate wife.
With the king.
I'm
here to spread royal laughter over the realm.
Go for it.
Matt,
let's hear it.
Are you the king of couches? Are you Sofa King happy?
I am.
Or
Sofa
are you
King
reigning
happy,
champion of living the life of being a royal pun? Pain intended. At least you aren't a chicken, maybe rooster related. Now you rule the roost. Is your favorite music royalty free?
The only music that you guys can let me or can like hear me listen to is royalty free. That's true. That's accurate. Blue Racer, thanks for those bits. Thank you. Well, chat, I think you guys voted to kill this guy pretty handedly. Let's just go for it, right? Right? Okay. Send a diplomat to broker peace with the pirate queen. This is they're dead. Your diplomat arrives at Spiderheart Isle, but is not granted an audience. Instead, the pirate queen has him pelted with manure and sends him back with a letter in hand. Your Majesty, the Bloody Gull writes that if you wish to negotiate, you must meet her in person. I cannot advise you take her up on your offer. Well, at least I get to pick here. Well, let's see. You know, I will speak to her. I can rizz up this pirate queen. Let's see. What's the worst that can happen, dude? What's the worst that can happen? Let's see. Well, Your Majesty, there's always the risk of, let's pick an example entirely at random, being pelted with manure. Oh, you are covered in manure, right? That's fine.
Man.
Even if all goes well, you will be legitimizing her false claims of royalty. The nobles will no doubt be annoyed. Put a meeting with Bloody Gull on the stuff. Like, what are they gonna do? Like, they're already pissed. Of course, Your Majesty. I'll arrange for a meeting as soon as possible. Yeah, dude, the patricians, if they had more than like sticks and spit, they'd be trying to kill me. But they just have the sticks and spit, so they can't do anything anyway. Yeah, even more piss means nothing though, right? Like, yeah, muffled grumbling noises is where they're at, right? Oh my god, let's end the season. All right, you know what? I will bribe them. Just because I want them to quit complaining. I'll raise that defiance. You know, I mean, I'd lose some money overall if I do that. I'd lose like $200. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm okay with losing $200 on that. Though it might be good to gain some. I'd gain 100 on that. You know? And these guys have got a lot of money. They've got a lot of money. And their military is not better than my military, so... You have more. You have a little bit more than 6. That's... My king... I'm sorry. You're the only ones that I'm like, I have to. How about we don't, Fenrir? Compelling argument. However, hear me out. Anywho. Unfortunately, now the patricians have like a lot of money to mess with us. Remember I did that for you, patricians. Remember I did that for you. You can't say that I've you know, gone against you this whole time. Alright, end the season. Let's go. Again, if the patricians tried to rebel, I'm not even kidding, they would get decimated. Alright. Oh, the trial by combat. Oh, there's also stuff with the pirates. I wish I could... Of course it's led by Sirkor. Sirkor I don't think was here for the week ban that we'd be doing, the new thing. That whenever people like openly piss me off too much, they just get a week vacation. Let's do trial by combat first, I guess, right? Yeah, no, if you guys rebel, you would more than likely die. Let's do trial by combat, then we can see what's going on with the pirates. Because I don't know, could we marry the pirate queen? Would that like affect our eligible options here? You set it for a meme, Sirkor? That's too bad. It's the day of the Grandee Abstergerry's trial. Or Abe's Jerry, I'm sorry. And half the city is turned out to watch the spectacle. Grandee Abe's Jerry will be fighting a champion of the crown, Your Majesty. Whoever draws first blood wins. Who will represent you in the pit? Wait, is it against me? Is it against me? What? Should it be against X-Inspired? Why? Why me? I didn't do anything other than be like, yeah, we don't have enough evidence. Figure it out. Okay. All right. Hey, you know what? I'll fight you. Fuck. You sure? We don't want to put you in harm's way unnecessarily. There's no need to coddle me. Don't worry about it. Very, very well. Let's get you kitted out then, shall we? Am I not wearing armor? I've got a sword like right here. I'm gonna get killed, and then, dude, Abe Jerry is gonna be banned for life. Everyone's panicking. If the game ends here from that, this will be the shortest King of the Castle session we have ever had. Literally, it would be the shortest one from that, and that'd be so fucking funny. You're going to small dueling Epee and a padded Gabeson to protect you. When Grandy Abe's Jerry sees you facing off against them in the pit, they look surprised. I didn't think I'd be facing you, Your Majesty. It's an honor. Honor schmonor, let's fight. To understand the justice system, you must take part in it. And I'm going to be honest with you, if I beat you, you are definitely guilty. Sure. You lower the visor of your fencing mask and ready your weapon. You know what? 60% of the time, it works every time. You lunge suddenly, catching Abe's Jerry off guard. Your sword point grazes their jacket. Success! Oh, Your Majesty, you're a quick one. Oh, but that's only 40%. Step back and avoid the counterattack. Dissipate your incoming jab. You jump backwards. You're doing well so far, but you haven't drawn blood. What's your next move? Ha! Oh, I gotta do this. Pocket sand. The sand temporarily blinds the opponent, giving your moment of opportunity. At the same time, the crowd roars in equal parts anger and approval. You can't do that. Recovery 1. I did pocket sand. You can't get mad at me for that. Ignore the crowd. You seized your opportunity. Go for the throat. Oh, well, I mean, I don't need to kill you. I don't need to kill you. Like, that would raise defiance and lower defiance in one thing. You know what? Yes! Kill! The sword strikes true right between Abe's Jerry's collar and face mask. There's a hard gurgling noise as they stagger back, trying in vain to breathe. He killed him! What the fuck? Hear that purpose? Healers rush over to him, but it's too late. Abe's Jerry is already collapsed into the sand. A shocking look plastered on their face. The grandees clamor and shout, but there's nothing they can do. Death is always a risk in such duels, as they often say. They did say that originally. Abe's Jerry, I'm sorry I killed you, but Abe's Jerry got timed out. I'm sorry, you died. Just for 300 seconds, you can be revived. Abe Jerry II has been added to the council, though. Meanwhile, the patricians, though shocked, are satisfied that justice has been done regardless of the circumstance. Kind of thought that the murder would be a little bit... Can they even rebel now? Yeah. You can't do it. Can't rebel anymore. That's our streamer. Ooh, that was really funny, actually. All right, let's see. Dude, I could tell the Pirate Queen I fucking won, though, right? Right? That's pretty cool. It's pretty good. I didn't think pocket sand would be like a trigger for them. I thought like pocket sand would be funny, but Gondrine, what the fuck? All right, let's see the Pirate Queen. Travel the coast, board a magnificent galleon, and with tin rippling sails, and are whisked away to Spider Royale for your meeting with the Pirate Queen. This seems smarter, right? This seems smarter. Content. Her throne room sparkles with heaps of gold and jewels. The walls are bedecked with works of priceless art. She sits on a throne of driftwood, a stolen tiara upon her head. All around her court, pirates are stamping, singing, and drinking. They turn quiet when they notice you have arrived. Oh, it's bloody gold. Ahoy there, your majesty. We all pirates sounding like this, of course. From one monarch to another. I'm surprised you accepted my invitation, but gratified. And you came alone. You're either very brave, your majesty, or very stupid. I look forward to discovering which one. How can I persuade you to stop attacking your trade vessels? Yo, we're going for Pirate Queen. We're going for Pirate Queen. I couldn't resist the chance of seeing your beauty up close. Feelings mutual, your majesty. Care to crack open a bottle of wine, a beautiful 55 vintage. We sank the ship carrying it, but reclaimed this bottle unbroken from the wreck. Fuck it, let's go. To the wine, it's indeed delicious. Shit. You're a remarkable woman. I must confess myself. Beguiled. He didn't say beguiled. This isn't like games Riz, okay? Star, that's also true. Hell yeah. You talk of the Pirate Queen long in the night, covering all matters of topics, fashion, history, and arts. You're shocked as dawn breaks. Where'd the time go? There's definitely something here. A connection. Oh, dude. Absolutely. Let's have a dude, pirate wife. Well, if we're going to be civilized, you should probably know my name. Call me Helena. Dude, I can call you Helena, absolutely. Let's have some more wine and see where the new day takes us. Bro, nice. You go on enjoying a thoroughly pleasant weekend with the Pirate Queen. Over the next few months, you return to the Pirate Queen again and again under the pretense of negotiating with her. Pirate wife! You bide your time and wait until the moment is right. At long last, you chose to propose to her. Oh shit. We gotta look over the sea, right? Gotta be on the balcony overlooking the sea. It's more picturesque, exactly, right? Like, this is a pressure thing, right? Let's do this. Will you drop on one knee? Helena's hands fly over her mouth. Are you serious? Deadly. Deadly is a much better line, I think. Deadly serious is it. We gotta go with that. She takes the ring, her eyes sparkling with something like triumph. Why wait, let's get married right now. And so you begin a ceremony on Bloody Gull's own ship with a drunken sea captain officiating. Do you take this woman to be your wedded wife and queen? I'm sorry, that's a mistake, see? No, I do. I pronounce you king and wife. Nice one. Let's have a beer. Got married to the pirate queen. Got the booty. We did it, beloved. We're married now. Can you believe it? I super can. Hell yeah, dude. We got that booty. You had a queasy feeling. It's not seasickness. Your nobles are going to be so upset to hear about this. Not to mention your mother. Well, about that. Well, some weeks finding suitable subjects for you, or suitable matches for you. But I suppose in the circumstances, I wasted my time. You did! That's awesome. I didn't know we could actually marry the pirate queen. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, quick in and out. That was easy. Easy peasy. In season. Oh, shit. I think everyone achieved their first focus, though. In a tiny village far to the east, two counts meet in derelict tavern. No one dares even glance in their direction. I don't really know why, but like they just don't, you know. Another priest left the estate today, says Darkrot Shadow. He should, or he said, wake up. There was no sense preaching the truly lost.
So, Father, since you found me a mother, does this mean I'm a true mage of the sea?
You are a true mage of the sea now, Tuesday. That's true. That's 100%. I've heard the same across the east. We are no longer trapped under the church's thumb. You never were, dude. Wolf of Shades, at no point was the church like a problem for you guys. Like, literally, it didn't get raised. It didn't get lowered. Nothing happened to it. It was the same the whole time. Chat, like, literally, they only fought the patricians a little bit. And, like, even then, the patricians didn't need any, like, they were fine the whole time, too. Literally, all of you guys lucked into your first focus being done right away with no option to stop it. Now, we must not falter. If the king grows proud, we can offer him the ultimate reward, immortality. For the next stage of their scheme, the council might raise authority to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Okay. Perfect. King Cervantes is awesome. But the patricians have their goal now, so it just doesn't really, they're not fighting anymore. In a dingy side or seaside tavern, 2 patricians of the coast meet to plot the latest scheme. Good news, my friend. Says Patrician Rainbow. The police, or the palace officials have been accepting my bribes. They're becoming more and more open to corruption. What are you getting in return? Oh, not much. A better seat in the council chamber. Access to the king's rooms when he's out. That sort of thing. But the important thing is that the king's staff are getting used to selling their principles to the highest bidder. Acadianus. So what's next? Palace staff are one thing. A true prize would be loyalty of the chancellor and the rest of the king's inner circle. To do that, we need to demolish the respect of the king. If the kingdom's in chaos, they will see the king as an incompetent fool and be much more open to our bribes. To match our scheme, the patricians need to lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons. That one might be a toughie. Especially given that, like, the grandees have more time still. Ooh, reverse voting is great for me because you guys don't pay attention enough. You don't pay enough attention. So, like, when I say I've turned on reverse voting, you never hear it. You never hear it. Yeah, exactly, Hotarg. Right? But the thing is, all that is giving you money, and why would I want that? Right? Reverse voting is totally the one that you go with. Bribes are thematic. I'll agree with you, but at the same time, reverse voting is always funnier. A terrible curse, a pillar of the community, and a shock announcement. Ooh. Maybe I go with a shock announcement first. That way I've got, like, you know, I've got more stuff. You stare at these simple faces of your nobles. You have a big announcement for them, and you're not sure how they're going to take it. Badly, you expect. You clear your throat. All these are just not good. Hey, so, hot pirate wife. Right? You all feeling? The servants blow trumpets to signal their arrival. She steps out beside you, clad in dazzling green gown, a triumphant grin on her face. Bow before me, lick spittles. A collective gasp rattles through the ranks of nobles. Someone faints. One of the patricians begins to weep. Yeah, I would get why. Damn. Patricians really hated that. Your Serene Highness, how could you? After all she's done to our ships? She's not gonna do that anymore, though, dude. Like, come on. You bunch of haters. By the ninth, she's just a commoner. She's a pirate. Oh, this wasn't as bad. She's sullied the sanctity of the throne. Dirge. I expected better of you. Henceforth, I understood the anger, right? But Dirge, what the fuck? What the fuck? The Grandees have military, but they still don't have more military than the Counts, which is what we've got backing us right now. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. Hey! Now, I see emotions are running high. Get used to it, bozos. Wolf of Shades, yeah, I mean, they don't have any ships at all, you're right. They do shit. Bozos is pretty funny. I hate to drop a B-bomb here, but I'm gonna use the hard Z. Alright, bozos. The nobles muttered darkly amongst themselves. Don't mind them, beloved. They're just jealous. I have my own motion put before the council. We should legitimize piracy. Okay, well, now we might be a little bit... Now might not be a great time to do that. By the ninth, you must be joking. Oh my god. Let's see. Well, that's gonna really take a kick to the... And that's gonna be pretty rough. It's gonna really fuck up trade. It's gonna really fuck up trade. But hey, 2,000 to the treasury. That's true. Reverse voting is hard to say here. I don't even know what I think chat's gonna do. Like, I could veto, but I really don't know. The tough thing is, I think we're like... Unfortunately, the content play has put us in such a weird spot that chat has to agree to let the content continue. Yeah, the storytelling for D is much better. Like, that's the thing, is like, D is legitimately what you would want for storytelling purposes. Yeah, it's like state piracy, right? But I also know that, like, counts are hoping that we can raise authority. but that would also terribly fuck up. Like, realistically, the Counts have one actual problem.
Wake up with the king.
Like, the Counts have one actual problem.
If King Matt and pirate wife Helena have a child, are we creating Swaggy Beard's origin?
Kind of, yes. Henceforth, knowing that you're a patrician, D is actually what you want to. Believe it or not. Because, like, here's the issue. The Counts want to raise the authority, and I understand that. But if we don't lower the defiance some, the Counts are now in a situation where look, the patricians, their rebellion would have a 0% chance. Like, that there's no, they wouldn't be able to do it. I could do Iron Choice on D, and that would incentivize the Counts to go for authority. This is a tough one. But that's the thing. The Counts don't want A because it would increase the defiance, and the Grandees actually would stand a chance of rebelling correctly. And then the Counts would lose, like, right away. See, now we're in the point where this is interesting because it is like we have to figure out which one of these is like how we do this, because this could actually legitimately be over this turn. But yeah, that's the thing. A would be a complete rebellion, and then like there would be probably no winner other than the Grandees. Yeah, Counts would be throwing a game if they go for A. Grandees are the furthest behind right now, and they would win with that. This is tough. This is tough. It's true. It would be funny. I could Iron Choice D and hope that the Counts go for that. Ultimately, though, this is chat's story. You know, they tell it how they want. You know? Yeah, authority would go up, which is what Counts want. However, because the defiance would go up as well, that would allow the Grandees to like completely fuck us up. And then it would be their chance to do it would actually do that. Like it's a legitimate thing. C for patricians. I mean, I guess that's, well, no, you're not going to win by rebellion either. You couldn't win with rebellion. You could hope that the stability would lower, but you'd still have to lower it more. You know what? Fuck it. Figure it out. Reverse voting's on. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Reverse voting's on. We'll figure out how all that goes. It does look like you guys have figured it out, though. On the plus side, with reverse voting on, that would mean that, like, it does seem like we're not legalizing piracy for fucking sure. But, like, that's going to be a tough one. All right. I'm going to call it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Called. I don't even know what won. I'm looking directly at the camera. I have no idea what won it. Should piracy be... Oh, thank God. Reverse voting! We did it! By one vote. That's why literally I was like, this is actually kind of very close. I'm going to not look at what's happening. Whew. That was close. Thank God for reverse voting. Very well. I'll send my ships to exclusively after merchants from Kurth and Danae. That should make the patricians happy. It should. Well, we'll never, we'll be happy with a scoundrel like you on the throne. Mensforth, can you fucking get the stick out of your ass? Just for a minute? We have a hot pirate wife, and she's out there fucking stealing from other countries. We're literally, like, making our country better. But sticks are all we have. You know what? That's true. Your military is not looking great. Yeah, no, like, the counts, pretty much everyone actually benefited from that. Like, that, all in all, was a solid turn in the fact that, like, we were at least somewhat able to keep other factions alive. Well, Crow, you're not necessarily, like, you... Yeah. Man, I can't wait to see how this goes, because I need to try and get some Defiance lost with you guys, and that's not going to happen. A pillar of the community. Let's see what this is. Astrayuki, what are you doing here? What are you doing here, Astrayuki? This is a Grandees situation. Grandees nuts is what's going on here. Your Serene Highness, I regret to have to bring this matter to you, but there is no other way. We've been tracking a coastal criminal who's wanted in conjunction with a number of high-profile incidents back home. We thought she'd slipped the net until recently, when we discovered that she fled into the south a number of years ago. But the Grandees are refusing to let us investigate further. All right. We don't know her real name, but the citizen called her Cutthroat Sally. She's lied, cheated, and murdered her way halfway across the coast. Crowd Phoenix, you stepping in here. Okay. Wait a moment here. Wait a moment. Are you talking about Laughing Sally? She's a pillar of the community back in Haranza. Well, this is bad. She arrived a few years ago from the coast and used her wealth to invest in local businesses and set up an orphanage. Everyone loves her. Surely you just laughing, Sally? This woman is a bloodthirsty criminal and must be punished. Well, that is not good. That is not good at all. C could be funny here. Yeah, vote C so I can kill someone else. Yeah, I know. More people than one can be named Sally, right? Well, we're not limited to one Sally. Right? Counts want A? Let me tell you why they don't. Because I don't want A. And the Counts and I are on the same team. Right? Right? See? See? So, let's just not. Let's just not do that. There we go. Let's not do that one. Man, we're gonna get more Defiance with one of them no matter what. And like, I can more easily handle the Patricians. Alright, let's go. I assume what's gonna happen is I have to decide what to do with it. It'll come to me to deal with it. Oh my god. And then I'll have to do some weird thing of like, alright, look, she's actually not that bad. What if we cut off like her foot? Alright? Like, but we give her like a pretty good shoe. Is that cool? Like, can we call that? Is that not bad? Like, I think that's okay, right? Second wife. Oh my god. Yeah, give her a cool peg leg. I mean, pretty nice. I got pirates in the court. I know a guy. All right, let's do it. There's just no way. Just remember, I didn't pick this. You guys did. I vetoed one. All right. When Cutthroat Sally arrives at the capital, she looks like any other sweet old lady, the sort of woman who gives local children candies against their parents' wishes. That's a crime! Oh no. How can I help you, dearie? I've seen enough. Execute this criminal. I've had it. All right, no, how do you plead? Oh dear, I'm afraid Asrayuki must have been mistaken for someone else. I swear by every god there is. Your august majesty, I've never pillaged anything but my pantry. Why do you have this, wait. But like, it's just Sally. Like, literally anyone could be named Sally. Sounds like a criminal to me. What did you do when you were younger? I worked in the mines, I did. It was a long hours, back-breaking work. Taught me humility, it did. I've heard enough. Why'd you move to the south? I always liked it there. The people there are so delightfully, different. And they love orphans just like me. Have I mentioned that I love orphans? You probably shouldn't keep throwing that out, but no, you haven't. They remind me of myself. I was an orphan for as long as I can remember. Well, until you got, like, suddenly parents, then you're, you know, still an orphan. But okay, cool. Why have the same name as an outlaw? Oh, well, there's lots of people from the coast named Sally. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah. Wait. You were an orphan, but... Yeah, how do you know your mom's name? Suddenly, Sally's face shifts. She adjusts her posture, standing up straighter, and stares you right in the eyes. All right, you got me. I'm Cutthroat Sally. But I'm reformed now, you see? Ask the orphans. Damn, we fucking got her! Yeah, objection! You have any orphans to ask? No, Your Majesty. We didn't think that it was really important to bring any along. You didn't think that it was important to bring the orphans. You know, that's a bit of a bigger problem with our society. But, you know, you're just not thinking the orphans are important. But, yeah, okay. Are you really reformed, though? It's supposed to be a matter of opinion. But if you're talking about whether I still do murder, then no. Don't do that anymore. There's a bit of tax fraud here and there. Victimless crime and all that. Bitch, I'm the victim of that crime! It's me! I'm the one that hurts! What the fuck? You're telling the guy who's the victim of the crime but don't worry about that. Yeah, wrong person to admit tax crime too. It's all much of a muchness, really, though, ain't it? I've already admitted I'm the one Ashuki was looking for. Yep, that pompous idiot. So, what are you gonna do with me? Set her free? She literally just admitted she did the murders. She admitted that she did tax crime. Banned for tax fraud. She didn't. We didn't bring any orphans. If she brought some orphans with her, maybe. The South is gonna be livid. And like, but if I hand her over, I do want the content over the win, Ocean, but I also want the
because they were all adopted by Bruce Wayne.
That he does have a lot of money. Maybe kill her and nobody is mad. I don't think that's gonna happen. But I'm gonna piss off the Grandies so much. The South very much could rebel. Kill her for fun. You know, we did say send her there so that we could kill someone else. She confessed. You're right. She confessed to tax crimes. Behead her. I'm glad justice will be done, though I prefer if it was we were in the coast, had been able to pass the sentence. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did I not fucking still do the justice? This actually worked out great for the counts. When the watch approached Sally, she reassumes her previous persona. She bends her back, puts on a smile, with fake hobbles outside the face of the executioner. Ooh, it did lower the stability a little bit. It worked out for the patricians too, then. Later here, the capital is seen some light rioting. You know what? That's annoying. Light rioting? Yeah, I'm a pirate king, Fenrir. They should be more okay with that. Cupcakes for Matt. Thanks for the 60 months, by the way. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. All right. A terrible curse. Hell yeah, light rioting. Granny Caterdid rushes in to the council chamber, breathless and in disarray. By the blood of the dead! You look like you haven't slept for weeks, says only Gary last fan. That's because my place fucking. I look, my hair's falling out in chunks. I can't rip out my hair to act this correctly. Perhaps you're ill or old, Caterton. By the knife! Get away from me! Ah! No, I'm gonna say or old. It's just one of my peasants. I saw in their eyes. She's an evil witch. Okay. Have the so-called witch tested. Their faith is high enough for that. Okay, send scholars to the southern lands to find an explanation. Have the accursed Caterdid sent to the east to relax. What do you mean to relax? Like, they're yeah, relax. Okay, well, you know, I can give some authority here. This would up trade. So yeah, I'll give some stuff for the counts. The counts can get that, and then honestly, it's chance for the rest of it. So I have no idea. You guys go from there. But the counts get a bonus for C, but that's about it. Holy shit, I don't even know. We'll see how all that goes. I really don't know what will happen here. Quite frankly, like, the other two are just kind of like random chance. consider the content. I honestly don't know what any of these would do. Have the so-called witch tested is funny, but... Alright, I'm going to call this one. I'm going to call it. Alright, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Calling it. Don't even know what it was. The reverse voting left us no choice. See, I knew saving that for later would make more sense. Have the accursed Katerdid sent to the east to relax. Hey, honestly, Katerdid, you're just going to go relax. It's going to be a nice chill time, okay? Right? The fact that we didn't deal with what gave you the curse is probably going to kill us later. Like, if I know anything about this game, 100% it's going to kill us later. But hey, that's fine, right? Like, who didn't die later? Right? Right? Yes, that would be wonderful. A change of pace, some fresh air. Perfect. How exquisite. Be sure to be sure to bring plenty of coins.
71 months, baby. Axial rupee, exiles rupee, axial droopy, axial broopy, axial proopy, axial rupee, axial groupie, axial gold, axial groupie, axial rupee, axial proopy, axial broopy, axial droopy, exiles rupee, axial
Thank you. Thank you so much for the 71 months at tier 3. Thank you so much, Firespring Sea Warrior. Thank you. Thank you. You've been sub for so long at such a high sub tier 2. Thank you. Thank you. The trip is a resounding success, with Katerdid and her entourage praising Onigiri Last Fan's hospitality. The East soon becomes a popular destination for those looking to improve their health. Dude, you lost some wealth, Katerdid, but Onigiri got some, and the trade is now dynamic. That, honestly, win-win-win-win. Right? I think. All right, in the season. In the south, beneath the scorching sun, Grandy, painfully purple, strolls through the vineyard in the company of a few close friends. Our plans are going better than expected, says painfully purple. The spy master thinks that all is well in the kingdom, and while the cat's away, the mice shall play. Oh, please don't dishonor me by comparing me to a mouse, says Prisma Roar. Speak plainly, or not at all. Please don't dishonor... Oh, wait, did I not click the button? Okay. I apologize, my friend. In plain terms, then, our next step is to replace the palace's watch with our own agents. Indeed, the honor guard are incorruptible, but the watches are another story. If the king can't pay them, they will look for money elsewhere. The next stage of our scheme, the grandees must lower the treasury to 1,500 or less in 2 seasons. That's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. But the grandees are now onto their second part of their scheme, so like they've caught up, right? They've caught up. Yeah, I know. I'm aware. All right, man. A lot is happening for the counts. Oh, that is never good. That's really never good. Well, a new plague. Your Majesty, the East has been struck by a plague. And not just any plague. A dancing plague! Lego Napster. What? Zaho Blaze, if you guys do that, you lose. You're pulling my leg. Why aren't you dancing then, Lego Napster? I haven't been infected yet, of course. Otherwise, I would not be here risking the spreading to your highness. It affects everyone, even dogs and cats. We don't know how it started, but it's spreading quickly. Whole villages are dancing themselves half to death. Okay, let's see. How bad is it to... How bad is dancing anyway, though, guys? How bad could it possibly be, right? Holy shit. I could put the Monarch's Iron Choice here. And then that way, I'd get authority either way. Right? Which would give some safety for the counts here. That being said, I'm just going to assume somehow that would absolutely fuck up the world. Like, this has the, like, yeah, this is like the very serious problem here. You know? Pass a law forbidding dancing is hilarious. Like, it that would just basically be like, well, I guess yeah, the dirty dancing law should keep them from dancing, even though that wouldn't work at all. Oh my god. That's also true, Obsidian Crow. You guys actually want me to win. Here, I'm gonna do this. This should keep the counts off of this one. Because this would raise our authority and this it'd lower the stability still, but this one's gonna kill us. As much as I don't want trade to lower, it might unfortunately be the best, like, the best thought, but we'll see. We'll see. Ba-ba-boom. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Alright, chat. Vote. Vote away. Yeah, you guys are saying I make a lot of the content plays. First of all, I've always made the content plays. But second of all, I've won the last, like, 3 of these, I think. I think because I won the New Year one. I won the one in the hot tub. You know? Like, I was quite surprised by that. Trade and treasury are different, yeah. Trade actually is not what anything anyone's going for right now. All right, that seems pretty locked in. I don't know why the Grandies went all for that, but yeah, you know, it's fair. That's fair. What's up, Reese's? How's it going? It's me, Mario. Literally, no one is going for trade right now. You also, it's me, Mario. You're forgetting that, like, this is literally what I have right now. Whenever I get an error, it always switches. This is always just a divert chat to trick them into doing something, and then I get to swap it after I get an error, and I generally just pick whatever you guys already have the most of. So that's the thing, it's me, Mario. That's why whenever I get an error, I generally win. So, authority. Soon, half the kingdom is dancing around the clock as the plague hits other regions, including the capital. Productivity is down. Everyone lost farming. Oh my god. Productivity is down, but at least everyone appears to be having a good time. You guys are enjoying the dancing, right? Alright. Stone Maiden. Heretical Discovery, I guess? We go for that. Ba-ba-da-ba. Your Steam Highness, I bring troubling news. So is it the knight's name in vain again? Is that what happened? Not quite, Your Highness. A group of individuals in the East are meeting in secret to preach heretical teachings and engage in rituals. Their adherents, the cult of the undivided. They believe the 9th god did not destroy the 8 deposed gods, but is in fact all of them joined together in unholy union. Pure sacrilege! Regrettably, I require the council's permission to launch a proper investigation Otherwise, my inquisitors would have destroyed the cult before it had the chance to spread. See, Wolver Shades, that's honestly, I kind of think I'd go with you guys, but you know. Let's see. Well, that would make my authority go up. However, that would not help me at all. This isn't worth our time. Let's forget about it. No, it wouldn't. You guys... The funny thing is, you guys are like... It's a weird spot, right? Pretty often people are like, we want to rebel. The one time we had someone win, or like, you guys rebel, you won with the rebellion. That was super short. And then I was like, well, anyway, that's it. The game's over. I don't know. Yeah, I guess let's hold a vote on the matter. Right? Send Inquisitors to the east to investigate the cult. That would lower stability. That's gonna fucking raise defiance, but repeal the law that prevents the High Inquisitor from investigating at will. That seems like a bad idea. That might be a me fucking vetoing it sort of thing. That might be a me vetoing that one. Because, like, while that would increase my authority, that would lower, or it would, like, raise defiance, and that's going to put it too high for me to be comfortable with any of this. Okay. Yeah, exactly. I'll die if this passes, I think. So I kind of have to do that. Yeah, I'm vetoing that. Good luck. Good luck, chat. It's a me, Mario. You're red, though. You're not Count. You're with the... I forgot what the name of the red ones were. Hard to say, though, to be honest. What you guys are going to go for here? All right, the Barons. I remember the Chiefs. The Chiefs are the blue ones. They're the ones that are easy for me to remember, though. All right, chat. I'm going to call it. All right, call it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Some patricians might have like headed out. I don't know. It's hard to say. Technically, like everyone is still here. Like there's technically like 253 people playing total, but it just depends. People might be popping in and out. You know. Deny the Inquisition access to the east. They're super agnostic now. With nothing to rein them in, the cultists and the undivided thrive in the faithless region of the east, spreading their influence and gaining followers by the week. Nice. All right. There's nothing else down here. I guess let's go for the Stone Maiden. Lots happening with the counts this time. Count Draxius, behold your highness. I like your hair. Honestly, this whole fit's looking good. Count Draxius pulls aside a tarpaulin and reveal a granite statue of Countess Rudo Crown. The statue is impeccably detailed. Oh no. Oh no. Rudo, you're dead. A sad sight, is it not? Yeah, Draxus, you've killed Rudo. That's not a statue, is it? Astutely observed, your grace. This is all that remains of my fellow countess. It seems the Stone Maiden is abroad in the east. Well, I know she's abroad. She's called the Stone Maiden. Come on now. This is no laughing matter. I don't know. I thought it was pretty funny. She is a walking statue with burning yellow eyes. All who meet her gaze are turned to stone. She sleeps for years at a time before waking and terrorizing the kingdom. She must have ambushed Countess Rudo Crown on her latest walk in the cemetery. Well, here's the thing. Rudo Crown's supposed to be dancing. Rudo, you were supposed to be dancing. I purposely inflicted everyone with the dancing curse so that anyone walking would be seen as the stone lady and then, you know, captured and killed. But I guess since you weren't dancing, that's fine. How our wizard take care of this? Send an army to smash this thing to rubble. Ooh. Tell everyone in the east to hide. Consult a fairy tale for a solution. Oh my god. Whew. Gonna be rough. I honestly don't even think reverse voting is necessary. Like, I don't even know. Yeah, I really don't know. Well, we'll see. I'll just let you guys vote. I'll let you guys vote. Here, you go. You go for it, okay? Okay, chat. Ooh. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, okay? You guys keep voting. YouTube, I'm going to pause you guys. All right? I'll be right back, okay? One sec. YouTube! I'm back. They were very well behaved. Short stuff did a little bit of push, but like, you know, short they kept it. Chat was calm. They reacted appropriately. They were like, let's be calm. It's all good. No worries about Rental Rando. All right, let's see. I didn't really look what happened here. Consult the fairy tales for solutions. All right. You sent an expert folklorist from Quail University. Great. According to... Well, the stone maiden mourns her long lost love, the third god. Perhaps she just needs a hug. Ooh. A hug, of course! Any volunteers? The council falls into silence. Symbolically speaking, it would make the most sense for the priest of the ninth. After all, it was the ninth who drowned her mistress. Well, don't look at me. I'll make an archdeacon do it. The next day, a nervous priest is sent to embrace and make amends with the stone maiden. Upon seeing him, she flies into rage and scatters stone fragments to the poor fellow over a mile-wide radius. Well, that's not really on me. Wake up with the... No way.
Story time. My hometown was genuinely investigated by a criminal in the 1400s.
What?
He was a privateer and smuggler who put all his ill-gotten gains back into the town.
That helps
out the town. A lot of very angry French and Spanish attacked the town as a result. With that, I bid you all
makes
good night.
sense.
Love you all, Axel Shockert.
Kinda makes sense. Let me actually put since we got treasure, I forgot to do that. Ash, you getting for the 4 gift subs. Give the hug and the hum and Torian, thanks for those bits. Get some rest in Torian. Thank you so much. It's actually, man, it's not the worst thing in the world, right? Right? Hey, Rublight, thanks for the 5 gift subs. Give the hug and the hum. Havoc Dragon, thank you for the 5 as well. Sparkle Batman with the 5. Chat. YouTube, they've misbehaved a little bit. They've got a treasure train, as it turns out. Let's see here. You rule. I literally said the only way I thought chat was going to
I don't have funny for this
go
month.
Crazy today was with a treasure train. Dr. Supercar Guru, your name alone is all you need. All right, chat. I think that's 30 jumping jacks that have been added today. Like I said, I'm adding them. I'm just not able to do them today. Obso today is level 6. That's true.
Oh, well,
that is
fun.
The world. Let me see. I think the mods probably have informed you guys, right? Whopper, junior, double, triple, Whopper, flame grilled. Wait, was that not the...
Axialdens.
Borg Lightning, thanks for the 10 gift subs. Thank you. 20 is the like full Whopper today. She did bring a treasure trade, Ocean. That's a good one. Safcat, thanks for the 25 gift subs. Borg Lightning with the 10. Thank you. John the Bard with the 5. Cryptid Juice with the 10 gift subs. Thank you so much. For Whopper, Junior, Double, Triple. There were tier 2s too. Thank you. I rule. Stay lettuce, mayo, pickle, ketchup. Whopper, Junior, Double, Triple, Whopper, plain grilled taste with perfect topper. Can we talk about the fact that this guy got ripped in half and turned into a bunch of rocks? And you guys are hyping for that? Hey, chat. I can't believe you got Treasure Train today. These are just the ones from Sneak King. I was just like, I'm going to turn those on for the day. Hype, death. Well, yeah, I married a pirate. That'd be cool. Right? Whopper, any Whopper, my way, Whopper, Whopper, Junior, Double, Triple, Whopper. That's true, Sir Corey. You guys got level 6. Everything still goes for progress onto Rental Rando. If you guys want to check it, we can check. I'll check at the end of the hype train. It might not be completely updated since it's not on the screen, but we can always, like, adjust. All right, Ocean. Agwarge, thanks for the 5 gifts up. Sume with the 20 gifties. Thank you. Sonata Bell, thanks for the 35 months. Thank you so much. Safcat with the 25 gifts. Borg Lightning with the 10 gift subs. John the Bar with the 5. Crypto Juice again with the 10. Thank you all so much. Chat, thank you. Thank you. You guys got Obso. We'll do some Obso duty afterward, okay? Like I said, I was thinking we could do some of the older ones, right? Oh my god. After the Stone Maiden whipped into a frenzy, wreaks havoc up and down the east. She makes a special point targeting churches. Uh-oh. Oh my god. That is bad. That means I'm suddenly vulnerable a little bit more. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh my god. The Stone Maiden killed everybody. The Stone Maiden won the game. Hey, good thing that you guys got the level 6, because this is about to be over. Chat, I gotta be honest with you. That pick was pretty bad. That was a pretty bad vote on your guys' thing there. I don't know what you did with that. Yikes, dog. Yikes. Welp. That was... Wait a minute, we told you. You voted. I left. You guys voted. All right. Let's see. So just for the record, anything that has up or down on this, if it's trade, it will go like specifically to
I was away for
the
a
counts
bit,
here,
and
right?
all of a sudden I got a notification of a train.
We
Let's
did
bring
get
this
a treasure
up,
trade.
guys.
That's true. We got a treasure trade. Like this will increase the military just for the grandees, not for everybody. This would just lower stability. Man, everything for Patricians is lowering stability. The monument, the counts do want to up the authority.
55 months holy shit time is flying. Thank you
all right.
for all the laughs and smiles.
You guys go
through
for
the
it while we
rough
hype.
times.
You guys go for it while we hype.
Tomorrow. Wish me luck, my fellow sharks.
Divine
Smiley
Alibi.
Face.
Thank you for the 55 months. Best of luck. You got this, okay? You got this. I really hate that we married the Pirate Queen, and I've seen nothing else with that. And you guys are going to kill me before I ever find out. The Nerd Sabrina. Thanks for those bits. Thank you very much. Thank you. Chat, by the by, just so you guys know, you do have the treasure train for a couple more seconds. Obviously, everything in this train will go towards helping your goal for the month, so we'll see if you guys can get there. You're a little over halfway right now, so we'll see. I think that, like, even though we're about halfway through the month, I think it's going to be a too tough a one for you. You guys had a big boost from the remainder of the subathon, which is why it's so high, but we'll see. We'll see. You'll have to take advantage of any treasure trains you get, or really all the trains you get. All right, chat. Well, you lowered stability again, but you raised authority. I don't even know. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I understand everyone's on the verge of rebellion. I see that.
30 months. That's a lot of
a din of corruption. Nice, dog. Nice. Executioner. Thanks for 30 months. Chat, the hype train is over. Let's bring it in. Let's bring it in. It's rough because, like, the only people that have an incentive to rebel right now are the Grandees. The Grandees actually do have an incentive to rebel. If they do, the other two lose the game. However, they'll have to beat the other two somehow, which is also a thing. Yeah, hype train is over. Chat, we will do some Obso duty. Like I said, it's a good thing we got Obso duty because this game is about to end. Your Majesty, I was recently accosted in the halls of the Royal Palace by noble patrician Rainbow. Didn't we meet Rainbow? Were they trying to sell you something? Oh no, did you have to make small talk? No. I was at least spared that fate. Your Majesty, I'm pretty sure they offered me a bribe. It was subtle, but the offer was there. If they're bold enough to offer me a bribe, you can be assured the rest of the advisors have been approached. Even the treasurer? Especially the treasurer. I'm awaiting words from my little birds, but my instincts is that you can trust the
16 moths. That's
the
almost
rest of them,
a full chandelier.
I'm not so sure. We need to call a vote and see if we can stop this sort of behavior from becoming commonplace. Man, okay. Dude. There is, like, no option for me. Yeah, I don't know what caused you guys to get so pissed. That's just chat's that's their neutral B. That their neutral state is just pissed. So I don't know what we do here. Hey, it's gonna be a whole ordeal. Bart and Jan, thanks for the 16 months. Executioner, thanks again for the 30. Thank you very, very much. Chat, treasure train is all over. Thank you all for everything. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we got like 5 minutes left of this game. I think that, like, there's nothing I can really do to stop you guys unless you just don't rebel. But yeah, the Stone Maiden died, Ocean, and then she killed everyone. She lowered the military that was keeping me safe. She pissed off all of the East. She destroyed the farming of, like, every nation. And, like, just destroyed everything. Reverse voting might be funny just because, like, who fucking knows? Or like, honestly, though, like, I don't even know what, like, if I vetoed this, right? That doesn't even make sense to veto necessarily because I'd get some stability. We're already dealing with a defiance problem, right? But, like, there's some people that don't want me to get money, so it's like, it makes sense. Defiance is just, like, honestly, this is the only one I probably should veto. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna veto this. Or no. Here. I'll do authority here, right? Because then, like, I assume that you guys are gonna go for defiance. Or I could go for authority here. That would give the council a reason to do it, but I don't think anyone else would go for it, right? Though they might. That's a C is actually the only one good for everyone technically, because like they don't want stability to be raised, they don't want the treasury to be raised, and they don't want the like. If I put the here, if I put the iron choice here, that makes C literally good for everybody. Yeah, that's literally everybody is happy there. That's the only one that makes the most sense for literally everyone. It makes like tons of sense for the counts, but you know. Ba-boo. Oh, thank God. Bribery is a necessary evil. It's not. Bribery's fucked up. You shouldn't do that. I'm pretty sure there's laws. I don't know them. I'm not like a law guy. I practice bird law, right? Like that's about all I've got. But like, you know, I'm pretty sure that you don't need to like just, you know. Derby Derp, yeah, you're here. You voted wrong though. You voted wrong. Derby Derp, you're right here, I believe. This for your like specific thing, you wanted to go here, right? I incentivized this one for you, like. Yeah, so I'm just throwing that out there, you know. Raising authority helps the counts. It's true. However, like, it's the only one that they're already at their threshold, right? Doesn't even really matter, right? Can you scroll over the yellow in A? This right here, is this you? April? You picked the wrong one too. This is actually quite bad. This would in fact counter your objective. This would counter your objective. What the fuck? Is the extension board? I don't know how to do that. Anyway, 5. It doesn't matter. I looked at the count. I was like, that one's so far. No, forget it. Oh, gotcha, April. Gotcha. Chat, bribery is necessary, I guess. I didn't know, but, you know. Thank goodness. I thought for a second we were about to start a baseless witch hunt. Nice. Well, it's maybe not baseless. Let's go over here. Your goal is to lower the treasury, April. Yeah, we have the wall of rebellion because of the fucking stone. Well, you guys have actually really fucked with all my stuff today. I've had like 0 luck today for this one. Lemon Napster stands before you, hoping or hopping frantically from one foot to the other as he speaks. Are you guys still dancing? The plague, I see it's spreading. Why, I think I've been affected as well. Where'd you learn those moves, dog? Yeah. Where'd you learn those moves? That's awesome, man. Okay, all right. Now is not the time for your jest, your highness. We need to do something or we will dance ourselves to death. This may look fun, but trust me, it's anything but. Oh, anything but. All right, yeah, okay. Order the nobles to hide in their castles and wait it out. That's not... It's not helpful. Hire a wizard to sort it out was like an original thought here. We might have to bite the bullet and do that. The downside is I can't bribe people. So. I mean, really, we've just gotten hit with a bunch of negative stuff. Like. And they won't ever give me an heir even though I've got a pirate queen. So. We'll see. Support your local wizards. I don't know if there's anyone I really think this would be good with. if you don't veto C, the Grandies will rebel against me. What the fuck do you mean? The Grandies literally are rebelling against me right now. Like, it doesn't matter. My stability is so low, it won't matter at all. Raising the Defiance at this point is kind of whatever. Like, like, I think they probably won't care about this, but like, I imagine hiring the wizard will be what all the Grandies will vote for anyway. This one's the only one that will lower my authority. I'm vetoing A. Well, I saved my veto. And that's the thing, is like, because I'll have to spend so much money, I won't be able to stop the Defiances. So there's like nothing that can really be done. Like right now though, like the Grandies want B because that's what their objective is. Really, like, it's tough to say what you guys want no matter what. This is tough. Vote B for sexy wizard time. All right, that's high enough of a gap that I think, like, that's the thing. It's always misleading because I know there's like technically like almost 300 something people playing. And like, we've got even more people watching, right? But it's like one of those, you know, people want to just chill, right? I get that. Not everyone wants to play. It's always strange because, like, technically a sweep could come in and completely change the vote, but I'm like, nah, that's probably too high. The hat stays on while dancing. All right, hire a wizard. Let's sort it out. Man, I don't get to tax you guys often. Waiting for the wizard, you wonder if your foot tapping is impatience or infection. When she finally arrives, Pestia is clad in tightly wrapped black silks and wears a face mask that resembles the skull of a giant rodent. Her voice is dark and croaky.
I heard you having a plague problem, Your Majesty.
Not just any plague. This is a dancing plague. All right? It's pretty rough. Pretty rough stuff.
That explains the bouncy watchman in my way. I thought that he was happy to see me. Not every day I get such a warm welcome. You can imagine. I am an expert in plagues and pestilence, but not of the dancing kind.
Bro, I paid you $2,000. You're doing something.
You have hired me, so I will do what I can, but I make no promises.
Wrong. As Pestia leaves the throne room, accompanied by a cloud of flies, you pray to the ninth god that she comes up with a cure soon. Everyone's gonna die, dude. It doesn't even matter. We're cooked, dude. We're cooked. Let's see. Where is the silver is discovered? Okay, the hedgehog. Jacob Baker, good to see you. Excellent news from the south, Your Holiness. Prospectors have discovered deposits of silver on my land. Mining will begin. Wait. Oh, Danny, Danny, what do you want here? What's the? Oh no. On the plus side, if I appease the Grandies, the Patricians can't really rebel. So, Danny says no fracking. No Patrician. Danny waves an ancient parchment. The silver belongs to me. The deposit is on our side of the border, and this scroll proves it. Let's get nasty, Your Majesty. The border between the south and the coast has always been highly contested. I don't fucking know. I could turn on reverse voting just to fuck with you guys, but like, I really don't even think it's worth it, right? Like, if you guys think about it, you'll figure out what to do anyway, right? That's true. It wouldn't be like all of the coast that gets it. It would literally just be Danny. You know, like Danny would be the only one. In fairness, all this is going to do is like affect the Defiance. Patricians and Counts probably legitimately want the South to win, because then the Grandees couldn't rebel, or they'd be closer to less rebellion. It's hard to say. I don't know. I'm just letting you guys vote. We're on our we're on borrowed time, quite honestly. Getting an heir in this game is so tough. Where I feel like we've done everything to get an heir early, and we just don't have one yet. I married a pirate queen on turn 3, and I don't have an heir yet. What the fuck? Do. Oh, this actually is pretty close. I wonder what happens if you tie it, quite frankly. I really don't know. They're all 3 of these are... I should turn on reverse voting. I don't know what would happen. I really don't know. Man, the Counts and the Patricians they split the vote. They split the vote. They now are basically looking at the Grandees winning purely from that. Yeah, no, the Grandees will win now because no matter what I do, they'll be able to rebel later. So they can win at any time. All right, I'm calling the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Called. Ba-boo. Ba-doo. Yeah, I'm thinking that's the thing. If the Patricians rebel, the Grandees will kill them. I'm pretty certain of that. So all this did is just again make it where the Grandees will be able to rebel for longer than the Patricians will be able to. And my military that I backed is weak as fuck now, but it's still better than the Patricians. So the only ones you have as any danger are the Grandees, and you guys went entirely with it. They split the vote too much. Yeah, it's end times. This game's over, dude. Unless my pirate queen comes in and is I'm gonna kill everybody, which might be better. But the sad thing is, and I want all of you fucking Grandees to sit here. I want you to realize something. If you rebel and you win, right? You won because you hated love so much. You won because you hated love. You sure did. This all started because I married a pirate queen. You hated love in Pride Month. And at the end times, when you're facing down whatever judgment you're gonna get, they'll put down hated love in Pride Month. Fucking nope. Cross them off the list. No happy afterlife. Sad afterlife. On the plus side, though, we're more stable. They shake hands. Their smiles are very tight. They're pissed. Well, by the way, we're dead. I think it's legitimately over. Sitting on a bench outside of a sun-bleached villa, 2 Patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. Everyone's moving on to their 3rd scheme, though. Greetings, though, Patrician. I'd like to, a Rainbow wants to introduce you to some friends of mine. Oh, yeah, the treasurer. Of course it's the treasurer. And treasurer, she sucks. Oh, don't like that. You're supposed to be the murderer. Okay. Wow, I take it you found my colleague's arguments most persuasive, then? Indeed, noble Patrician Rainbow made some excellent points about the king's incompetence. I married a pirate queen. You guys hate love. That's just what it is. I understand. Most persuasive part was the giant bag of gold. Bribes are a necessary evil, is what we said earlier. So Unfortunately, the Spy Master and the Chancellor still remain beyond our grasp. But with these two in our pocket, we can do great things. We need to decide our approach. All right, Patricians, it's time for you to vote on what you guys want to do for your next step. We'll see how it goes. Albie, thanks for 13 months. Thank you, Albie. Thank you. It's the council again. We heard you're interested in becoming a vampire king. I am. I've been interested in the whole time. You know? Well, I thought it was great. You know? I did feel like I became a vampire king before and it didn't work, but you know. Bring down the king's bribery scandal. Raise others' defiance. Oh, yeah. So, Patricians, this is an easy win for you. Except for the fact that you lose this turn. No, you don't. You don't win. X-Inspired. You will lose this turn because the Grandees now have no choice but to rebel. They will have to rebel. And they'll fucking kick your ass. Well, it was a lot that you guys did to bring me down to not be able to fight the rebellions. But so after this, our plan is to make the king look like the corrupt one. Yeah, that sounds like what the Patricians. I honestly don't like playing with Patricians. This is not like, no offense to any Patricians in chat, because like you're part of it. The Patrician ones suck because they're like the most legitimately corrupt people on this, and like as far as how they're written. And I'm like, man, that sucks. I hate that because I'm like, that's too real. That's fair. Hoopery. This is no offense to you guys who are Patricians in chat. It's just the writing. Yeah, you guys started bad from the beginning. After all, this isn't his court absolutely rotten with bribes and scandals? It's because of you! Of course it is. And we're to blame. The general public don't need to know that part. We just need to ensure that other nobles hate the king enough to support our version of the events. For the final stage of the scheme, the Patricians, oh my god. They need to get defiance to a combined total of at least 20. Or ensure another region begins a rebellion. Oh no! Oh no! Now it looks like you guys have fucked up. The Patricians win. That's so funny, Grandees. Got him. Well, probably shouldn't have done that. Ooh wee, that's rough, buddy. Every Grandee in chat. Oh, we win this turn. They were going to rebel. We win. It's time to win. Not so fast, Kaiba. You lose. That actually great content play. Oh, that's funny, guys. Meanwhile, the South Grandee, painfully purple, has invited their closest associates to the manor house for some wine and cheese and treason. The ninth guy is with us, my friend. The Palace Watch are in our pocket. Are they? Is it like, so you guys just paying off my entire like court, huh? I call bullshit. I'm taking my cards. 12-year-old boy home. Music in my ears. Soon the throne will be ours. Indeed it will. But we must plan our next steps. I wouldn't go like, you know, crazy on that. That being said, Grandees, technically, you could win if you don't rebel. Like, it's for the record, the Patricians need the other two people to have defiance of 10 of 10 each. The other two like things to do it. I think you guys have already committed to rebelling, and I think that might be your problem. But we'll see. You know? Lower authority. You know I'm fighting tooth and nail to keep that up, though. This is actually kind of a tough one. Yeah, 10 I think is the max. So you guys actually are trying to get the counts to 10. Yeah, they can't back out of the rebellion if they already started it. Oh yeah, you hit the rebellion goal a while ago, then in that case you've thrown the game away. Your short-sighted need for power has unfortunately destroyed you. That's true. You could drop the defiance by 4, but you had to do it very quickly. I don't know if you'll have enough time. We'll see. You won the game and the game decided you didn't. That's not how the game works. There's been several times that I've won the game and then the game decided you didn't, and you guys were like, that seems fair. Yeah, you already had like 29 rebellion votes. I think you guys lost the game because of that. Over the next few months, we'll have our troops infiltrate the capital, disguised as beggars. They'll swap places with the palace watch, one by one. Once the king realizes he's surrounded by our troops, it'll be too late. He'll be a helpless little fly caught in our web. Magnificent. But once we've turned the king into our puppet, won't the counts and patricians notice? That's why we need a strong army to take them. Think twice about, or make them think twice about challenging us. United with the king's forces, we'll be unstoppable. For the final stage of the scheme, they need to get their military to at least 6. That's not terrible. Oh. Hey. I can't even help you guys. You are literally in rebellion. You've lost the game. You've lost the game, guys. Sorry. This is 100% a situation where I know you guys are gonna be like, Matt lost, ha 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 ha. But I quit caring after I married the pirate queen. I was going purely on content plays for this, which I always do that. But the grandees jumped the gun on rebelling, and as a result, the patricians won. After you guys were like, I mean, hey, fuck it. Might as well cruel tax them, right? You know? That doesn't hurt to do that, right? Yeah, Pirate Wife is true victory. I already won what I wanted to do. The counts are open to taking bribes. That would make it harder. But I would bribe them to lower their defiance, but they're in active in active rebellion, so there's not really anything I can do. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. See how it goes. The coast, your defiance is already treasonous. Rebellion report, let's see. They're currently rebelling. They're on the verge of rebelling. I could raise my authority to 10. That would get him out of it. Right? I don't know what we do with this then. Well, hey, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. This is technically it's not over, right? We'll see how it all goes. Opening strike, though that doesn't seem great. Prying eyes. Let's see. Your Grace, you are of course the greatest king of the century. Darkrot Shadow. Now this, Darkrot, where's this been? Where's this been? Ocean, I thought that too, but I thought it was done and dusted, like, already. Right? Yeah, exactly, Ocean, I don't know. What more could we do? Except there could be some kind of crazy fucking... Literally, this game is insane to me where, like, there could be a complete heel turn in the last second, so... it's true. Thank you. Exactly. Indeed, I'm sure that soon all will kneel before you. I hope so, Dark Red Shadow. But in these troubled times, we all worry about the worst coming to pass. Death comes for us all. But what if it didn't have to? What if you could rule without fear of a cursed civil war and king for all eternity? That sounds pretty cool, dog. Sounds delightful. How exquisite, Your Majesty. I think we may be of one mind, and I believe you are strong enough to take the opportunity I hold. I can arrange for more meetings, so we may discuss this matter further. Count Dark Rochelle bows and slips away, leaving you with a great deal to think about. Vampire Pirate Matt is pretty great. I think it's probably over, though. We'll see. Rebellion. At long last, the Grandies have reached their boiling point, and confronted by the throne by Grandie Fenrir Sulfur, their eyes alight with a righteous fury. The Ninth God has judged you unworthy. Pretended I killed someone I've killed you already. I murdered for you. Actually, I murdered one of you, but that was because trial by combat. I proved that I'm the strongest. Raise up and fight for Balthazar, the true king. Formal declaration of war. The next time we see each other will be on the battlefield. Why does this have to... I mean, my stability is already fucking low, so might as well. Right? Seize them. Come on now, traitors. Get the chop. Our traitors get the chop. What? But you can't do this. Oh, Fenrir Sulfur, you're about to die. Yep. Well. Oh, well. See ya. Your watchmen waste no time. Grandie Fenrir Sulfur is dragged into the courtyard, their heads struck from their shoulders. I expect them to move so boldly, Your Majesty. Did you not? Dude, you're fucking out here taking bribes and shit. What are our chances against the rebels? Just wondering. The Grandies are formidable, but not undefeatable. I hope they don't persuade other regions to join the rebellion. That would be disastrous. How could it get this bad? The leader of the rebellion is Grandie ITG S25. His reason for the uprising. He has cited your past transgressions, mainly your marriage to Pirate Queen. I told you the Grandies hate love! They hate love during Pride Month. They hate all of it. No love for the Grandies. Love haters, dude. Love haters. What the fuck? Urge to murder rising? Urge to murder rising? Oh, shit. Is it too late to... I mean, it's not too late to apologize. Yeah, no, I'm going yes. We're killing, dude. Yes, Your Majesty. Hold on to that feeling. You'll need it. So, this is it? Civil War? That's right, Your Majesty. The kingdom is divided. There will be a lot of death and suffering before it's all over. I can't wait! I'll go dig them out. I'll go dig out the trebuchets. Yo, you ever think maybe we should fire that guy? Like, maybe he might not be the best bet to keep the peace. Just maybe. Oh my god. This kingdom is blackened by the faithless and dishonor. The Ninth God is weeping at what we've become. And whose fault is that? I can't wait to hear how it's mine somehow. King Matt! King Matt! The mad tyrant! Alright, simple stage. Sure, whatever. Alas, you're right. We have no choice but to raise our banners, march to the capital, and install a better ruler. Someone like noble King Balthazar. Balthazar is the bad guy in Charmed. He becomes the source of all evil. What the fuck it's like you never watched seasons 1 through, like, I think 10 is, well, I mean, honestly, I think it kind of falls out around 6. He marries Phoebe at a certain point, and that's really where like his arc kind of goes through like a whole thing, and like he can't. It's old. I just remember there was an episode where like Phoebe became a mermaid. That was a pretty good one. But yeah, either way, he was the king of all evil or whatever. Like you know, like that's you guys are in the wrong. We can launch preemptive strikes against the Counts and cripple the military capabilities. If we suspect the patricians may join our cause, we can call them to war. They'll be more likely to join us if the king's authority is low. We could also call upon the church to condemn the king. Or finally, we could send off an assassin to nip it in the bud. Oh, hey. I guess you guys are just going to decide what you want to do. But this is only for the grandees. Yeah, it's because the defiance is so high for the patricians. The other thing is, you guys are in such a bad spot because you've already rebelled. I don't even know what you do. If you call upon the patricians to join your cause, they're going to literally join you and then fucking stab you in the face. They won't even wait for you to turn around. They'll just stab you right in the face. Yeah, sure, whatever, we'll help. And then they're going to kill you? Yeah, sure will. Yeah. You could maybe try for the faith. Honestly, this might be your best bet. And I'm mad at Special Lady for trying to kill me, but I truly don't know. Quite honestly, I have no idea. But thanks for prepping the throne. Piss off, and then they just get killed. All right, you guys have voted to call the patricians. Good luck. I think they win purely based on that. That's true, and then I'm gonna get immortal. Oh, hey, that worked. The Grandee smuggled a secret message to patricians. Kind patricians of the coast. Long have you suffered under the yoke of the king's tyranny. Join us in this righteous war, and if we win, we'll eliminate your taxes. Y'all ain't gonna do that. Don't fucking lie. I fucking guarantee you, if I continue this dynasty next time we play this, I guarantee you, whatever fucking king, there's still gonna be taxes. This is every fucking politician's lie, where they're like, yo, hey, I promise lower taxes, and then like, what do you get? Like a bunch more taxes. It's just, that's what happens, dude. And like politicians that are honest, where they're like, we're not gonna like lower them, we're not gonna raise them or anything like that. You know, it's just their taxes, right? That they get fucking shit on for people that just lie about it. This is the standard lie from the Grandees. He speaks truly, and then this is like Elfamp. I hate that you're believing this, Elfamp. I hate that you fucking believe this. This is rough. This is rough. Duke, thank you for highlighting the message. Like we share the silver, we shall share the win. That's how it works. The patricians are emboldened by the call to rebellion. Of course, they can only act on if their defiance is high enough. That would have raised their defiance probably, but their defiance is already raised. Let's see how this goes when we end this season. Probably not great. While playing a game of chess in the austere castle, two counts of the east discuss the schemes against the crown. How exquisite. The king is drunk with power. Darkrot Shadow, are you paying attention? Are you... Bro, I feel like I'm kind of been passenger princess this whole time. I married a pirate queen, and I've been not giving a shit about anything past that. Like, that's literally it. You know, like... You know, that's literally how it is. Sorry. That Nerd Supreme. The bits didn't go through, but I read the message. He didn't. It's true. He didn't ask to become the source. It just happened because he was protecting them. But he did become evil. He still did. Oh shit. Oh my god. I'm not drunk with power. I'm just trying to have sex with my fucking pirate queen wife, and I haven't seen her for literally, God, it's been hours. She might be dead. I might be dead. I mean, we are. Should we really show the king true secret of our group?
Wake up.
I thought this was the
with
point.
the king.
I thought this was the point.
My wife is very angry at you right now and is yelling at the TV stating that you are technically right, but not right. He didn't ask to become the source of all evil. It happened because he was protecting them, and magic happened, intervening, causing him to become the next vessel against his will.
He did still become that, though. Tuesday did cut off the Leon Kennedy line. He gave into it eventually, though. You're right. He was good originally, though. You're right about that. But my joke didn't work. Wolf of Shades, I like that you were trying to give me immortality. Yes, but those secrets are meant to be well kept secret. What if we pulled the wool over his eyes? Now, Darkrot, why do you have to do that? His name is Cole, but also Balthazar. Cole is Balthazar. It's the same thing. All right. Counts. Honestly, I would say that you guys should keep acting like this isn't over, though I really don't know. Like, it wasn't over like 3 turns ago, and then suddenly it was. I'm still holding out hope that, like, my pirate queen wife is going to come in and be like, anyway, pirates. And then I'm going to be like, nice. Induct the king into the real secret society of immortal blood drinkers. Goal, raise your own farming. Plan a false ritual. Thank you guys for not, like, just like, you know, man. Thank you for not just abandoning me. I appreciate it, Counts. I appreciate it. Counts, you get to be in the next one. Remind me, Counts can be in the next one, guys. I want to become the king of the seas. It's nice of them to offer me real immortality. I think, don't they, like, brainwash me after they do that? Either way. Do Counts get band immunity? Not you. The Counts have spoken. We're out. We're going to start a life as farmers. Wait for this whole thing to boil over. That's pretty much is it. We'll prepare the ritual. Yes, I'll begin appeasing the spirits of the soil. But first, we must enrich our lands. By the blood of the dead! It won't be very long now. So you guys gotta get your farming up. Oh, I get new laws? That's bad. Okay. I don't even think any of these are really going to help me. Giving you guys bribes doesn't really matter here. You're not going to, like... You're not going to do anything with me bribing you. If the nobles will otherwise... Oh, right. That's a royal gamble, though. I'm just going to keep... Let's view the rebellion report. Yep, they're still bribing. Yeah, they're still rebelling. Okay. All right, cool. Let's see. Well, there's only one, so I imagine the game is over, chat. There's only one, so I'm guessing that the game is over. And the Grandees threw it away by rebelling. Scandal in the council. Let's see. This is definitely a win for the patricians. There's an odd atmosphere as you walk into the council chambers today. The assembled nobles are tense, like lions who have sighted a tasty-looking antelope. Greetings, Your Majesty. Ash, you wouldn't do this to me, would you? Ash, we received worrying reports about the conduct of the crown over the last few years. Let's hear him. What are you talking about? Terrible accusations, Your Grace. So serious, they must be addressed at once. Forgive me, but you're accused of wanton bribery, buying council votes, and selling positions at the court. The highest bidder. I didn't do any of that shit. You know who did do it? Is the patricians. Those assholes. They're out there lying, stealing, cheating, bribing. They caused a rebellion. Can this wait? We're in the middle of a civil war, by the way. In such difficult times, it's more important than ever. Rainbow? I remember this rainbow. You absolutely did do shit. The patricians did all this. Oh my god. Yeah, where's the negative accusations? In such difficult times, it's more important than ever. We can trust our king, don't you think? After all, what if the rebels have a point? Who accused me of this? I do, Your Supreme Majesty, and I make no apology for telling the truth. You're the one who did it, Rainbow. You're the one who did it. I can assure you, the assembled nobles, that you have personally turned this council chamber into a den of corruption. You personally offered me money from the treasury in exchange for patrician votes. Bullshit! I never give anyone money from the treasury, except for me. That's lies. Everyone knows it too. They know I wouldn't do that. Rainbow out here just spinning yarns, dude. No, I didn't bribe them. I didn't bribe them with anything real. I bribed them with authority. Never did I bribe them with money. Actually, I did bribe them as a whole because I had to, but that's part of the game. I never gave any money to them specifically. It's true the king has been buying votes off me for years. Why am I only buying votes off patricians, huh? What's that tell you? Huh? It seems like the patricians are absolute poppycock, balderdash, drivel. Yeah, dude, patricians win a lot from this too. That's why I don't want to play with patricians anymore. Poppycock, balderdash, drivel. You're bought and paid for, dude. You're actually on the payroll. You're on the fucking payroll. I can back up the patricians' accusations. In fact, several officers watch me. Or watch
Father, it has come to my attention that it is my turn on the throne.
No,
Tuesday. The patricians have higher. Elected me the new king. All hail King Tuesday.
So, I hate to tell you this, Tuesday. The patricians have contracted a wizard to clone you, not to do anything that you might think is cool. They've contracted a wizard to clone you, and then they're going to kill all the clones, and then they're going to be selling Tuesday taxidermies. That's how the patricians roll. That's literally it. They're going to be doing a bunch of like thousands of murders of Tuesday. It's not plushies. Plushies are different. This is straight up murders. This is all lies, dude. Of course, no one knows the ins and outs of the treasury better than I. You're a fucking liar. I would have spoken up earlier, but the king threatened me with a gruesome fate. I'm going to kill you right now. These are weighty accusations, Your Majesty. How do you plead? I'm innocent. I'd like a lawyer, but I probably should get a lawyer, right? I want Phoenix right. All in due time. You're the best legal team in my money can buy. Well, we're prepared for that, though. Can I have a council vote on temporarily stripping the king's sovereignty and electing a regent? Excuse me, but that's been established that the votes are compromised. I think now is the time for decisive action, not democracy. The marshal gestures the two officers grab you by the arm and take you out. You are no longer the king. As you're carried off to the dungeon, you look back to see the smirking noble patrician Rainbow handing the crown over to the new regent, Nyx. Someone remember to feed my cat! Grandees! You threw it away. You threw it away. You gave it to the patricians. The patricians, which, by the way, the whole time complained that they were losing. They said that they were being targeted, destroyed, decimated. And all of it was lies. They pulled the wool over all of our eyes. And they fucking tricked you all into rebelling right at the last, not even the last second. They tricked you pretty early on, actually. You were, because you were, I'm sorry, are you winning right now? Is this not a patrician victory? Yeah, I don't know what's happened to our queen. That's really the only plot I cared about. They really skipped over. You're being played for fools, just so you know. He tossed a cold damn cell under the palace. You all live to see the trial, of course. Someone accidentally spilled some arsenic into your porridge. Very clumsy of them. As you lie on your deathbed, puking and convulsing, the Regent Nyx delivers a tearful speech to the grieving masses. Terrible shame, etc. But they will be honored to take over. You'd be more upset, but you're too busy dying. Politics is a tricky game. There's no shame in losing. Well, the swamp drains you. My reign was taken over by patricians in the most corrupt way possible because they tricked the grandees into hating love. Pretty fucked up. No, honestly, Quack, considering I beat you guys the last, like, 3 times we played this, it was time I lost. I understood. I understood. Hang on. At least now I can take off this fucking crown. This thing sucks. Oh my god. King Matt is remembered as an unscrupulous crook. I'm sorry, King Matt. And the patricians as the saviors of the kingdom. History, after all, is written by the winners because that's a big fucking lie. With their plans in tatters, the counts retreated to the castles to brood. Their olive branch was rejected. It was not. I actually was trying to let them win. The secret attorney that they have guarded for eons. They would not be so kind again. That's not true. That's like their whole plot. The grandees, led by ITG S25, launched a rebellion that accomplished nothing besides distracting the king, while cunning schemers took the throne. The grandees were basically teamed up with the patricians, except they lost. They fucking completely lost. No, Dome. The grandees are now more oppressed than ever. They've been triple taxed. Once Nyx secured the throne, the patricians wasted no time filling the palace with loyal toadies. Anyone loyal to the old regime was cast out under accusation of corruption. The common folk celebrate, finally, an honest monarch that lies all the time. Counts moved to start. That's true. They didn't start farming. The grandees can't secede. You can't pick up your land and move it somewhere else. Yeah, it's true. I remember the patrician team gets a little piece of the crown. Very honest. Their entire plot was to lie to get the throne. Oh, man. Damn, you guys lied so much about me throughout the entirety of that. Honestly, is very appropriate for chat, though. That is honestly a very appropriate title after chat doing anything. Exactly 2 years, though. Not bad. It's just fucking chat hates me, too. Ash was the wealthiest noble. Firerex, you spent your money correctly. I know, you were trying to help. You were trying to help. No, I got hated so much because I believed in love, dude. We believed in love. I wanted to love the Pirate Queen, and you guys were like, I hate that. I know, Luke Kid. I know. Well done, patricians. You got the grandees. You tricked them. The counts were doing really well. Like, honestly, that was anyone's game except for me, because so much of what I had going on relied on me, because that's the toughest thing. Like, the king never gets opportunities if you guys are just doing shit all the time. And dude, so much shit happened with you guys the entire time. I never even got to see my wife after we got married. It was like I got married and then that was it. That was the last time we saw her. Was just like, she's gone. Yeah, I got the pirate booty and that was it. The statue did start the end. The statue was like the big thing. It killed like everything for like pretty much everyone. That statue. I got 2 achievements. I got one for losing to the most corrupt like victory condition, and I got one for marrying the pirate queen. So that's pretty cool, right? Well, Ocean, imagine if the fairy tales worked though, right? We failed a lot of the random rolls. I think we maybe had one succeed that whole time. We just had bad RNG. It's okay. It's okay. This is always a game that I look at where it's more like the story, right? And again, the last like 2 times I played this, I fucking did great. So I'm happy with it. I failed to like 71 too, Ocean. I legitimately might not let you guys pick patricians ever again. It's because their victory conditions are too real, and I'm like, that sucks. All right, though, chat. That's been some King of the Castle. That was honestly a good one. That like they're all good. I like making seeing how the story folds out. But this will be, man. If we continue from this one, that would be rough. That would honestly be a really rough one to do. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Oh, King Myatt, I need your kingly advice.
Okay.
Cats have made residence in the bowls of my home.
Right.
How should I move forward with this adorable transgression? Seriously, I have kittens in my crawl space.
Generally what I did, the only time I ever had a cat in a crawl space, and I was like, I'll try and help with this, was how I got my cat before Arya. I adopted one of them, and I took him out, and he lived with me after that. That's what I did. But that's up to you. You could also like take them to like a shelter too if you're looking to try and give them a home, right? Or they're your kittens now. It's true. Probably wouldn't let them stay in the crawl space, but that's just me. All right, YouTube. I'm gonna call it for this King of the Castle one. We got crushed. That was one of the ones where like no luck went for Matt, but that's okay. That's all right. Anyway, YouTube. Hope you enjoyed King of the Castle. Another in our thrilling saga of choose your own adventure from chat. All right. Have a good one. Love you, YouTube.